In this era of content creation, everyone has their own style, just like martial arts. But don't worry, because you can taekwondo it. You better be ready to rock, because this is Smash Talk. Today's Smash Talk is incredibly special to me for many reasons. First being the fact that these months have helped shape me further into the person I want to become, and I'm incredibly proud to the people who have stuck through this project and have been helping give it shape. Connor, our lead of production. Kenny, one of our amazing editors, and AJ, the man who helped inspire the project and still helped shape it. And Alex, literally the man who gave Smash Talk its own theme song to have. And you've all been instrumental in helping this project grow, as well as TGS for giving us a home to be able to make this in. A sincere thank you to everybody involved. I'm bringing this up because it feels like we've been working so long on figuring out how to create a project and environment to thrive in, and it recently hit me that we've made an amazing show to be proud of. With the pleasantries taken care of, I am absolutely beside myself with excitement because boy, do we have a hell of a show lined up for you guys today. First up, I'd like to introduce our guest who decided to come onto our show. He's been in our scene for a very long time, and you might recognize him. It's the amazing TKBreezy. He's probably my favorite caster, and his charisma and dedication to his craft is unmatched. We're gonna see where it all started and get to know him a little bit better. After getting to know TK, we have the absolute pleasure of being able to have him cast over clips submitted by you guys. When the hype train is done, we get to see optimal future TK looks like. Post Endgame TK, we're gonna be talking about his start in commentary and how he ended up getting to where he is. The adventure comes through with a new segment here on Smash Talk called Nerfs, where we go over specific moves and see if TK thinks they should be taken down a notch or just left alone. To finish it off today, TK touches on a subject very close to my heart, which is mental health. It affects everyone, and I love the fact that this is one of the focuses of this show because it makes it very apparent that you can find a way to your dreams, no matter the obstacles. Lastly today, we're gonna be wrapping it up with a post-COVID talk of where our priorities should be during this time. Well, everyone, you better be buckled in and ready to take it easy, because it's my pleasure to introduce TKBreezy. TK, thank you so much for coming on the show, dude. I am beyond myself. Just the fact that you're willing to come on something like this blows my mind. And I don't even know what to say other than thank you.
I do a lot of interviews because I feel like I know what it's like to like start, small or whatever, and like have to kind of like reach out and talk to people. And sometimes like you get bad interactions like that. Like I'm sure that if you reached out to Leffen, he'd be like, "Fuck no, you have to pay me." But like I'm a people person, so like just let's just hang out for a little bit, fucking chat it up, and then do what you got to do with it, and hopefully like that will give you a nice little boost. Oh, he's already talking to some of the big names. Like you talked to Vish already?
Yeah,
right?
dude, Vish is so
Yeah,
chill.
so yeah, Vish is a homie.
You can tell, and that's kind of the culture that I see from a lot of like the people who are known. For the most part, they're just homies. They're like people that everyone can vibe to, and it makes me wonder, like, is that one of the qualities that make you guys become successful? Is that willingness to just interact with people, and you don't have that like elitism kind of thing going on, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, for commentators, I think you definitely have to do that because like you're already, people are like commentators are respected now, but like before, everyone was like, "Oh, you're just commentating because you're not a good player," and so like
so
you can't be a
BM,
cocky
dude.
commentator. Yeah, you can't be a cocky commentator, but you can be a cocky player if you're beating everybody's ass because like you're backing it up,
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. But when it comes down to it, who's gonna mess with TKBreezy on the mic? Like, wouldn't you just wrap circles around them, send them for a loop?
Well, now, yeah.
You mentioned the beginning of TKBreezy, like it's hard being able to get yourself out there. What was the beginning, like that initial struggle?
I started in 2008 in Maryland. I graduated in 2007, and my dad made me come up to Maryland to go to school. And like I didn't really have any friends around the area that we lived, but like Brawl just came out, and I was playing online all the time and shit. And I was like, I'm just gonna start going to tournaments. And so that's how it started. But I did my high school years here, and I just kind of like played people around my neighborhood in Melee, and then slapped them up. It was best in the neighborhood type shit. But
the classic.
I like wanted to do more. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like every Smasher was like the best in their neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
So
I beat all my friends. You should see me higher.
Earlier Smash, there was like no, there was no commentators like that. Like, yeah, you had like D1, you had Prog. Like that was like the only two people that people usually referred to, and I think maybe Scar and Toast, that might have been later on, but and Homemade Waffles and Phil. So commentary was like a lawless land back in the day. You kind of just, hey man, like the mic is open, go sit down. And so that was from 2008 to maybe like 2012. It was pretty much just lawless. Like you if whoever's around the mic can just hop on the mic or whatever. But I was doing that so consistently that eventually I was known as a commentator. So yeah, you did have to like grind for spots. Like you had to you had to reach out to TOs and stuff. I had to talk to Alex Strife about Apex commentary and things like that.
Right.
But because I started so early, it made it so much easier later on to like to blow up, to be honest. Like I had been commentating in the years that no one wanted to commentate, and now that people want to commentate, they're like, people will look to me as an inspiration or as a rival or whatever, but TOs will see me as the guy who was already doing this stuff, so I'm dependable.
Right.
And they can hire me because they know I'm going to do a good job. So yeah, it's a little bit of both. I feel like at the very beginning I had to, hustle, but because I hustled so early, it made it a lot easier to not hustle as hard after 2012.
Now we're the ones hustling, so we can get TK to commentate the clips submitted by you guys. Right after a word from our sponsors.
Hello friends, and welcome back to an exciting month of TGS Game Plus, where you can win a fantastic prize just from playing in any of our tournaments or commenting on any of our YouTube videos for the month. Starting on March 11th, that being today, all the way through the end of April, that being April 30th, you can win a fantastic prize. So, what is it and how do you enter? Well, first up, you have a chance to win yourself a set of Kanto speakers, the YU2s, with the S2 speaker stands. Now, how do you win this rad prize? Well, it's simple. Enter in any of our tournaments before the tournament cutoff, randomly entered in the draw. But to officially be entered, you must participate in that tournament. We'll be cross-referencing, cross-checking, and then adding those entries into the draw. But you can also get bonus entries for commenting on any of the YouTube videos. It's really that simple. So make sure you're commenting #CantoLiving in your favorite Kanto product to have that entry count. So it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Get commenting and get registering, and we'll see you guys on the tournaments.
You guys supply the clips, TK supplies the quips. Let's see what you guys had in store for this week.
It's 3, 2, 1, go! I'm still trying to figure out if this character is good or not. Like, ooh, okay. Saucy with it, the ledge grab. A crackle is what it's called, okay. Damn. Okay. Oh, man. All right, here we go. This has got to be a good one. It's Dr. Mario. Everything Doc does is gold. Oh, never mind. Oh.
Okay, same game.
That didn't feel good either. Like, oh my god. Okay, man. Why would you give me a Doc clip when I'm getting destroyed? Any clip where Rob is getting dumpstered is a good clip to me. I don't like Rob. I hate that character, bro.
Broken, dude.
All right. Me, Brawler, and Banjo. Okay.
Me, Brawler's so slept on.
Me, Brawler, man. Yeah, I was about to say that, dude. Like, that character is... Like, I feel like me still have that bad rap of being... What was that? Wait, what did he hit him with? What was the second thing? I need to see that.
I think it was down B?
It was. Oh! All right. All right, that was insane. Okay, right here, there is pretty much no reason for him to air dodge.
I'm writing down notes, by the way, because that gold falcon is me. So,
okay. My bad.
I know there's people who just had their dream come true with TK commentating their clips, but what are TK's dreams and aspirations? You have a lot of talent being able, like, you're very fluent when you speak, and it's just a pleasure to listen to. Do you have any sort of future projects trying to get into like film or voice acting or trying to get on the radio, or like what's end goal TKBreezy look like?
I mean, I'd actually like to be like, I know that more people see me as a commentator, but like I really see it as 50-50. And I want to, I eventually want to work in the industry on the other side, helping streamers get to a better spot. So even if I'm just like partnership manager or brand manager for some brand that I'm like, that I really use myself, I just want to be able to help people, man. And that's just important to me. So I just want to be able to help other streamers, you know, in this space. As far as like for voice acting, I think the only thing I ever wanted to do was be an announcer for some game. I don't know what game. I just want to be like mostly likely a fighting game, obviously, but I would love to be an announcer for some fighting game.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah, I would. I'd be about it, man. Just any game that like will, pretty much any game that is a versus game. I'm probably down.
Being able to look forward to a future in esports and content creation applies to a lot of us in the scene. But how did TK get to be one of the most well-known commentators in Smash? This is the Cinderella story. People knew you, and then you started pairing up with other people who were getting in the scene, like EE and Coney. When did that whole relationship start to like come through and prosper?
Or maybe 20. No, it was definitely 2013 and 14 because we did guts and stuff like that.
It's still so early,
Go
bro.
see if I can actually. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I've been in the trenches for a long time, and like people think I'm kidding. They are. Is like I feel like no one ever remembers the grind. Like they only remember like the ending, you know. But no, I mean, like like I've been here doing this for like a long time. This is around the time that we started to blow up. So I'd say, yeah, definitely 2013 is when it started. We were I was commentating PM pretty much by myself because first of all, I didn't like other people's commentary there. I feel like a lot of people were not good. And then the few people that I did think would bring value, like didn't bring value. So like Jay Caesar worked on Project M, and I would ask him questions like, oh, you know, what does this character do? And he'd be like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, so like, why are you even here? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not being entertaining, but you're also not being like, you know, informative. So you're not covering any of the bases here. So eventually I told Gamer, I'm just gonna commentate by myself, and I commentated every tournament for like a year straight by myself. That was like 8-9 hours of tournament just by myself. And then eventually EE started showing up, and I remember that he was a good commentator, and I was like, look, just hop on the mic with me, we'll do something with this. He was like, I don't really know the game. I said, it doesn't matter, I know the game, you just be funny. And honestly, he's taken that and ran with that through every fucking game. He does not he's put all the pressure on me to learn the game, so that he can just go out and be funny, which is like definitely fine. I love learning games, so it doesn't bother me, but I'll always bring that up whenever I get a chance to. But me and Phil commentated more frequently, and therefore that's why the Black Plague was born.
Where did the name come from, the Black Plague? I was always curious. I see a reference, but it's like, is it because it's devastating? You guys are legendary?
I don't actually know what, because we were originally the Tuesday Night Delight, but then
that's spicy.
Like, yeah, but we started commentating on the weekend, so you can't the Tuesday Night Delight on a Saturday. So I was like, all right. And I think that it might have been EE that came up with Black Plague because we're infecting y'all with good commentary. I think I came up with the tagline, but he came up with the name. And I was like, word. So we kept it until we both hit diamond in Delta points, and then we were the Diamond Plague for a little bit, and then coronavirus happened. So yeah,
you went to just the plague, I guess.
Yeah, we just went. Well, I guess we're anti-plague because we're trying to not catch the coronavirus now. So
if you had a tip for like just a generalized tip for someone who's getting into commentary, what would it be? What's your magical answer to being a good commentator?
This is one of the things that I've actually had an issue with commentary. Is I think people don't understand that there's actually a difference between analysis and commentary. Where like, yes, a top player is really good for like watching a set and putting a YouTube video out and like talking about every mistake because they can pause. Like you can do that. You can't pause in commentary. So if I like start talking about a mistake that happened, it could take me 10 seconds. And in that 10 seconds, you could be out of a stock. So like I'm talking over still more important information. You have to keep the conversation moving. Yeah, of course you want to let people know that you know the game. So if you can throw in a quick, oh, that's a 6-frame punish. Like, okay, word. But I'm not going to tell you why he went for that 6-frame punish instead of going for the plethora of other moves he has, and why this is the best option every time. Like that's what top players are there for. And that's always been a pet peeve of mine, to be honest, when it comes to people talking about commentary. So.
Pet peeves about Smash is an easy subject to chat about, and my favorite subjects about pet peeves is most definitely some of the moves they decided to put in. So the question is, should we nerf it? So this is just some moves I picked out. I didn't get any doubles. I did my best to be able to pull one of each type. I think I have about 10 different ones. I just want your opinion. Does this get nerfed for the new character coming up, or do we just leave it as is? Diddy Kong Nair. Deadly move, dude. I think it has a lot of possibilities, all right? But, you know, it's not crazy. The hitbox isn't humongous. It can kind of get beaten out sometimes. What do you...
Yeah, and I think that the fact that Diddy Kong, like, overall got nerfed, I mean, like, this move is fine. Like, if this move was on Smash 4 Diddy Kong, I'd say nerf.
Yeah.
But we're on Ultimate Diddy Kong, and, you know, he has some issues as it is. So, like, you know, give him a nice nair. Let him do some nair, down air stuff.
I like it. That's a thumbs up. What do we got next?
Yeah. No, nerf this shit. I hate this move.
love this. What do you mean?
Nah, bro. This dash attack is too good, bro. Like, it actually, like, it lasts so long. The hitbox should be gone well before it's over. And on shield, I feel like it almost feels like it's unpunishable sometimes. Nerfs.
The down tilt. The duck hunt down tilt.
It's a solid down tilt. I think there's a decent amount of down tilts that do that. Marth, you know, getting that same kind of hitbox. Duck hunt sucks though, so let's say buff and make it pop up so he can do like down tilt up smash.
Oh, wow.
Oh, buffs.
I think this move is perfect, to be completely honest.
That move is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's some really good spikes in the game that kind of mimic it. Wii Fit Trainer has a really good spike. It's like that as well. So, like, no reason to nerf that. Good move.
Good move. Arsene back air.
Arsene back air. Yeah, that's a nerf for sure. That
you didn't even
that's
hesitate.
A nerf for sure, bro. Bro, it does. You know what? It doesn't even need a hitbox nerf. It needs a sound nerf. It does psychological damage hearing that fucking base hit. Like that shit. Every time I get hit with a back air, it's like a childhood memory comes back, and I'm just like, oh god, like not again. So that's nerfs right there. Just no, absolutely not.
Stresses in-game aren't as important as stress out of game, and it's up to each individual to find ways to keep their mentality in the right place. TK is a huge advocate for this, so I had to ask how he keeps his mentality in the right place while he's in the spotlight. Because you're always in front of the camera, you're always, like you said before, being you, right? But is there any time that you don't quite feel like you?
I mean, I am a really big advocate for mental health stuff. I openly talk about my mental health all the time. We are in the process of finding out if I'm either bipolar or I have ADHD, but I know I'm depressed. And I take meds for that, for all of it. And at first, like when I was younger, because I've been depressed for like a long ass time, but when I was younger, like, you know, there was a really bad stigma behind mental health. And like, oh, you're crazy, you know, like, especially bipolarness. Oh, you're crazy. And Kanye's not helping either because, like, you know, he's actually fucking crazy. So now when you see bipolar and you think Kanye, you're like, oh, everybody's crazy. But it's not everybody's like that. Like, my bipolar just switches between, like, I'm good. And then 20 seconds later, for no fucking reason, I can just be sad as hell. And so, like, the meds have helped, like, stabilize that. I really feel like I have, like, a nice coasting, like, nice even level of a mood now. But yeah, when I was younger, I took this other stuff called Effexor, and it made me feel like a zombie. So I was like, okay, maybe this isn't for me.
Right.
And I just kind of like didn't do anything about this until it just kept getting worse and worse, especially over the winter, because I have like that seasonal depression. That shit
Right.
sucks.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I behoove people to like, I know that like it's hard to admit that something may be wrong with you, or it's hard to know that like this is a process that you have to go through. Like you won't be like, I'm depressed, and then go to your doctor, and then they're gonna give you one drug, and then you're gonna be like, all right, like I'm cured. You're most likely gonna have to go through a couple, because shit changes, you know. And brain science is not exact, but it's like so worth it when you find the combination or the thing that works for you, even if it's just like, I just needed therapy, like you, because I mean I do therapy too, but like if you just needed therapy, cool. But if you needed therapy and you get meds, cool too. Like it doesn't make you any weaker of a person. In fact, I actually think it makes you strong to admit fault and try to fix it. So that's why I'm like super big on like being very honest about like how I am, how I feel, and what my mental health is currently. Like, I mean, I'll just straight up tweet up like, yo, I'm having a shitty day today. Like, I cannot get out of bed. Hopefully I'll do better tomorrow, you know. Just because like I know that people are like, it's a that stigma behind it is just like, it makes people not want to speak up. And I think that seeing like me with all these followers not being afraid to speak up, people will like be more inclined to speak up themselves.
And I think that's a really good point to touch on as well, is not only you with your followers, but you as someone who people view as successful, and you're finding your own version of success in the giant scheme of things, even with these days where you have a bad day, and you can admit it and you can show everyone, and life isn't always perfect, and you're allowed to be able to say, if someone asks, hey, how you doing? You're allowed to say, terrible. Don't talk to me. Like, I need some time, please.
Yeah.
And the most important subject today, I gave TK the floor to talk about anything that's near and dear to his heart. And he chose a topic near and dear to a lot of our hearts. Is there anything else that you'd want to say on the record?
You know, everyone's like, oh man, I can't wait till we get back to tournaments. I can't wait till we get back to tournaments. I can't wait till we get back to tournaments. And I also feel that, but I'm more concerned with being able to just leave my house, like in general. Can't wait to go to tournaments is like 4 steps above where I'm at right now. I'm like, I can't wait until I can go to my local bar and feel safe again. You know what I mean? Or feel like I'm not going to come back and then die in 2 weeks. So, you know, I'm not even really worried. I definitely want tournaments. That was my payday. You know, it was my job. Right. But like, I am more worried about like America in particular, getting finally back right on the right track of handling the coronavirus. Like, we're literally the last and worst country at handling this. To the point where we had to wait for the vaccine. And now that the vaccine is out, I feel like people who don't even have the vaccine think it's over. And that's like not true. Like, like the vaccine didn't come out and everybody in America got a shot. Like it's a very small percentage of people who have it right now. So until we get the National Guard go ahead to resume normal, I'm still very skeptical about a lot of things. I have to get on a plane to go to Austin to check out houses, and I'm still kind of terrified about that. Yo. But let's just shift our priorities and not be worried so much about when the tournaments come back, and just worry about when can we resume normal life in general.
I couldn't agree more that with the light at the end of the tunnel, it's easy to get distracted by what could be. But first and foremost, we have to focus on being able to live a regular life again. We've been incredibly blessed to see tons of opportunities for content creators and creation of really cool projects. So make sure to check out TKBreezy on Twitch, Twitter, pretty much everything. I appreciate any and all support for this project, and I'm really excited to continue growing Smash Talk into something amazing. I'm looking forward to the next one, so stay tuned to our Twitter if you want to participate in any of our segments. Make sure to show this to any of your friends who know of Smash but haven't gotten involved with the community. Like a good Diddy Kong, I gotta peel out of here. So until next time, good luck, have fun, and stay gaming, gamers. Do the Macarena.